Hello everybody, we are asked to construct a cumulative frequency table. We are given a frequency distribution with data concerning the heights of 30 plants. So we need to set up another table. One column will be the height, centimeters. The other column will be the cumulative frequency. So we need to find the upper class boundaries for each class. For the first class, what we are doing is we are trying to figure out what the number would be before 3. What would that number be? If we had to put a number over here, the number would be 2. Okay, something goes to 2, right, in our interval. So to find the upper class boundary for the class before this first one, 3 to 6, we have to add 2 and 3 and then divide by 2. So this will be less than 2 plus 3 over 2, which is equal to less than 5 over 2, which is equal to 2.5. So our first boundary, our first upper class boundary is less than 2.5. Our second one would be less than, and what we do is we add 6 to 7 and divide by 2. So 6 plus 7 over 2 will be 13 over 2, which will be 6.5. So we have less than 6.5. We now put in the other upper class boundary, looking at the second class now, which I have put in a little box there, and we add 10 to 11. So we must add 10 to 11 and then divide by 2, which will result in 10.5. Okay, so we move on to the class 11 to 14 now. And we add 14 to 15. So we will have less than 14 plus 15 over 2, which is less than 29 over 2, which is equal to 14.5. Okay, let us deal with the class 15 to 18 now. So we add 18 and 19 and divide by 2. So we have 18 plus 19 over 2, which is 18.5. Okay, so we have to deal with the last class now. We are just taking the upper class boundaries, and we have to ask ourselves, if we had another number after 22, what would it be? And that number would be 23. Okay, 23 would go to 26. So we have to add the 22 and 23 plus 23, and we have to divide that by 2. And the result would be 22.5. So we have completed our left-hand column. Less than 2.5, less than 6.5, less than 10.5, less than 14.5, less than 18.5, less than 22.5. So we are now adding up the frequencies, and we look at our frequency table and we ask ourselves how many plants are less than 2.5 centimeters tall, and the answer is 0. So we put a 0 here. We always start with 0 in our cumulative frequency table. We ask ourselves how many plants are less than 6.5, and the answer is 11. We then ask ourselves how many plants are less than 10.5, and the answer is 11 plus 4. We are adding up the frequencies. We get 15. How many plants are less than 14.5? We add the 6 to the 15, and we get 21. We ask ourselves how many plants are less than 18.5, so we add 21 to 8 now. So we are adding up the frequency column, we get 29. And we ask ourselves how many plants are less than 22.5 centimeters tall, and we have to add 1 to 29, and that will give us 30. So we were told that the heights of 30 plants were measured, and we now have obtained our 30 here, and we have completed our cumulative frequency table. Thanks for watching, and all the best to you.